Which job is definitely overpaid? I watch milk powder go into a bag and out on a conveyor, and get paid $37 an hour. I make about $40 an hour after tax in the US as a real estate appraiser. You just need a college degree and a year of training, and there is a huge shortage of appraisers right now. Edit: because this post blew up, I only perceive this job as being overpaid because I spent most of my 20s making pizza for minimum wage, and imposter syndrome is a thing. Also, Op said he was looking for a possible career, and I felt like my job post was better than a troll post. Appraisers are not real estate agents or brokers. I do not buy or sell property. I do not look at Zillow and copy the number, and I don't just make the number in valuation. While I agree there are some appraisers who may lie or exaggerate, the same could be said of nearly any job. However, if I were to intentionally try hit some goal and got caught fudging the numbers, I'm looking at permanently losing my license and possible jail time depending on the severity. It's actually pretty common for me to tank a deal if someone is paying too much. This isn't the Wild West of valuation anymore. FURIA is a thing now. Appraisal reports aren't just 3 pages of photos with a cover page anymore. My typical appraisal is 30 to 50 pages with long, boring typed pages of market data that I type and research myself. Let's talk about the appraisal gap. In most of the US, we are experiencing a seller's market, meaning houses are selling for higher than what they normally sell for. A lot of people at this thread are blaming appraisers for driving housing prices up. Let me be perfectly clear about this: appraisers' valuations are based off of past data. That is it, we look at closed sales from the past. Realtors and brokers speculate on future markets, because they are motivated by profit. If anyone is driving this current market trend, it is the people buying properties over listing price, local government/law's willingness to allow foreign investors, the people who are raising rents, and the people who are making big risky developments. The appraisers have little to nothing to do with market perception of value. In my area at least, many market participants are paying over 30% of listing price. Trust me when I say these people are not satisfied when my appraised value comes in less than that. There are an incredible amount of analysts who just own automated Excel sheets they received from developer teams. Low to mid 6 figures is common in call areas. I get paid 6 figures to shovel a couple hours a day, so definitely my job. Edit: a bit of an exaggeration, still have to be at work and on my feet 10 hours a day, but there is only a small percentage of the day that is actually labor intensive. The key to finding high-paying, low-skill labor jobs is to work for a company that contracts public works projects, in a state with high prevailing wages. There's a person at my job whose title is literally assistant to the executive director and makes over $180K/year. He does nothing but wander around the building looking for things to write people up for. University president. There was massive upset at the university I went to because students found out that the president makes $875K a year to give a few speeches a year, and do some PR stuff. His secretaries do all the university running that he should be doing. Mega church pastors. People who claim to care about God and helping people, shouldn't get their flock to buy them a tax-free Gulfstream private plane. Edit: thanks for the gold. Edit: thanks for the silver. Lot of people are saying politicians, but politicians multiply their wealth by investing. They just absolutely know when and where to dump their money. It's crazy. It's almost as if they know which companies are going to be allowed to succeed, but that can't be right, right? I get paid $67K a year to literally stare at my computer screen, and do nothing. I'm surprised I haven't been let go yet, TBH. Those completely bullshit positions with no responsibilities that rich CEOs make up so they can give jobs to distant relatives. IT recruiting. 25 with a history degree, $56/H, and can submit for a remote, sleep most of the day, relax in the sun, off-camera meetings. I haven't made a cold call for 2 years either, etc. etc. Edit: you also learn how to interview, a lot about hiring processes, lots of good life skills, building resumes, etc. Clowns. They be getting paid $15K a month for something Twitter users do for free. Radiation therapist in Australia here. I work a 4-day week. 7/5B shift. No weekends. I get $64 an hour and then my pay goes up in 12 months to $70. Web developer. I'm a web dev. I make more than my wife. She's a nurse. She literally saves people's lives. I work from home. I pee and walk my dog whenever the F I feel like. I haven't physically sat in the same room as my boss in 2, maybe 3 years. Probably mine. I do web development for a Fortune 500 company. Salary is around $150,000 annually. I know they pay this much to devs because it does take a lot of time and effort to get to the skill level you need to be at to do this kind of work, but to me it just feels like I got someone to pay me to play with computers all day. It's like someone is giving me a ton of money to just tinker with things I was already tinkering with for free. Easily the chief of police in Methuen, Massachusetts. Per Google, his salary of $326,707 in 2019 made Solomon one of the highest paid police chiefs in the nation, paid more than his counterparts in Boston, New York, Chicago, and many other major urban areas. And, unlike them, Solomon doesn't have to face a serious crime problem. Methuen had one murder last year. Hospital administrators. They make patient care worse and make crap ton of money pretending like they understand medicine. Great money and lifestyle though. My job. I'm in consulting, and a project usually goes like this. 1. Executives tell us what the problems are. 2. We go ask the actual workers how to solve the problems. 3. We present those answers to the executives in a pretty PowerPoint presentation. 4. We send a 6-figure bill to the company. Politician. Not only do you need to already be wealthy to be a politician, but then you start taking taxpayers' money. This might be unpopular, but I still think that professional athletes are overpaid. I know they're immensely talented and put in years of grueling work to get to that level, but $30 to $50 million a year is too much. Bottle service girls. I work nightclubs in LA and the bottle service girls at certain venues can make $1,000 a night or more. They work 2 nights a week for 5 hours apiece and make $100,000 plus a year. Real estate agents in hot markets. You're telling me that you did maybe an hour of data entry, paid someone $250 to take pictures, then sent your apprentice to hold a 4-hour open house and it was enough work to justify paying you and another agent the equivalent of what my kid's teacher makes in a year? Fuck you. Recruiters. Why do they effing exist? Years ago the company had a HR person who advertised a job in the newspaper and then handled every application and interview, etc. Now you just have some dickhead who hasn't the faintest clue what the job or you is about, pretends to be your best friend and to be doing the company a massive favor at the same time and gets effing thousands for doing sod all. Cunts, the lot of them. Sorry, you may have touched a nerve. A lot of software developers. I know far too many that work about 10 hours a week. Have a meeting on Fridays at weird times of the day. Then look for tickets to go over or write very little code. This is supplemented it seems by like 10% of other developers doing a crazy amount of work, then 30 to 40% doing average work. A few others attempting to actually keep busy or get more to do as their junior. Seems to be a feedback loop on needing more developers and it's hard to find an engineers or developers. But then like actually managing their time to work on projects is abysmal. So they hire them up for stupid salaries and they sit there doing shit. I have multiple friends in multiple different companies and a huge portion all have similar stories. Or are in fact the guys just sitting around doing nothing. Note, I do not think all of them are overpaid, only that said feedback loop has created this inflated salary for many. School district administration jobs. It's crazy that district employees are making $170K plus while teachers make $35-60K. As a former paralegal, lawyers. My boss got paid $500,000 a year to talk to a client, with me in the room taking notes, and hand me the file and say you know what to do, then kick back and congratulate himself on a job well done. I made $50,000 a year. Load of folks mentioning CEOs, but there's levels to it. There's CEOs at smaller places who actually do some work in exchange for their inflated compensation. If it's a CEO at a major company, who is known outside of the industry, though, they're already retired. Tim Cook got his gold watch back when Steve Jobs moonwalked into an active volcano. He gets to watch the money printing machine for $1 zillion an hour now. In my opinion, real estate agents are grossly overpaid relative to the architects, engineers, and contractors that design and build houses. Thank you for watching Reddit Stories. May you and your loved ones have a blessed day.